everyone, Helena here. Today we are going to do my update for the pan, those eyeshadows project pan, and I am so excited. This has quickly become my absolute favorite panning project because, and you will see it that I like it because I am, not to boast, but I am crushing it.
Fabulous! I'm crushing it. Everything according to plan.
This project was created by Alexi. I will leave her channel down in the description box, as well as other things on my face. If I look a bit rough, that's because I've been wearing this face for the entire day. I'm filming after work, so that is what we are playing with today. So yeah, before we jump into the video, if you're new here, hello, my name is Helena. I am a makeup enthusiast, and on this channel I like to try new makeup, but I also like to use the makeup that I already own. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, please subscribe and leave a comment to say hi. And yeah, let's jump into the video. Alright, so this is my color story for the last previous month. So my rules are that I have a shade in for either a heating pan, or I can decide if I want to roll it out after 25 uses. And I also have allowed myself to only, if I randomize a black or press glitter, I have allowed myself to only have to use that 10 times before rolling it out. So yeah, this is the color story. It's quite dark and not very spring appropriate, but it is what we have been working with. So let's start from the top here. This shade is the shade Petula from my Martiné Cosmetics 669 palette. This one is the oldest one. It has been in, this is the second update this shade is in. And yeah, this was barely used. I don't know if I had actually used it before rolling it into this project, because that palette is quite cool toned. And this is one of the more warm toned. It's a cool tone red, but you know, towards that spectrum. Interestingly enough, I have almost 2000 shades in my eyeshadow collection. These three are all from the same palette. I don't know if I like the pretty random app, but so this is the palette that I'm talking about. So let's jump into all of the three of those shades, so I don't have to cover everything up and so on. So the first one is, they all has been with me for the longest. The second shade is this dark grey, and it's called Hildegarde. And it's a really stunning matte grey shade. I am wearing it to deepen up my outer corner today, and that one I enrolled last time. And next, at the bottom of that one, we have the shade Euphenia, I think it's called, and it's a kind of grey, dusty, like green to red to gold multichrome. It's pretty nice, but it's got kind of like too greyish of an undertone, so I've been struggling with it to use it in a meaningful way during spring, because it's got such a dark base, but it's a really stunning multichrome. So those are the three shades, all from this palette. And let me just say, if I enroll this palette once more, I'm going to veto that shade, because I like this palette. I'm happy to have gotten more use out of it, but enough is enough. I have so many other eyeshadows that I want to dig into also. So let's look at the palette. So first off, we have Petula. And I have been, last time I had used it I think 20 times, so I only needed to use it 5 more times. and as you can see, I do not have a pan, but I have used it 25 times and I am rolling it out. I am happy with that progress. Then looking at Hildegarde is that grey shade there. So I've used this quite a lot. I have dipped into that one 12 times as of now. But yeah, it's staying in the product, and I don't reckon I will hit pan if I can't hit pan on Petula after 25 uses. I don't think I will be able to do that with Hildegarde either. But the last shade, Euphenia, is this one, and I hope you can see that pretty pan in there. So I obviously have quite a sharp dip. This shade is it's quite soft and emollient, so it was easy to kind of squish the shade around. I got pan on this one the 4th of July, 4th of May the 4th, and I got pan after just using it 12 times. This was one of the shades that I had used the most, because it is like so interesting since it's a duochrome, multichrome. So it already had some use, definitely more use than Petula and Hildegarde. But yeah, I was able to hit pan, and I'm super excited to roll this out. As I said, the base is pretty dark, so everything has felt kind of smoky and dark when I've used this. So I kind of figured out a way to use it more like a transition into lighter shades. But yeah, it's a nice shade, and I'm happy to have gotten more use out of this. Now I only need to use Hildegarde another 13 times. Maybe I will be able to do that until next update. Alright, the shade beneath Euphenia is this green shade, and that one comes from my Moira Midnight Whispers palette. This shade is called Falling Leaves, and it might have been used like one time before rolling it into this product, but this palette and all my Moira palettes have been haven't been used that much, because I got a bunch of them at the same time. So yeah, this is now what the palette looks like, and as you can see, this is Falling Leaves. No pan, but some disturbance in there. I have used Fallen Leaves 9 times, and it is a pretty green shade. It's a bit dry, so you kind of need to really dip into it and like pat it on if you want to have like a very full green look. But I've been finding ways to utilize this. I'm mostly using it on the outer part of my eyes and like on the lower lash line and so on. But it's okay. It's not the best green shade, but it's workable. I'm not hating it or anything, so that one will stay in for at least 16 more uses. Yeah, I'm counting correctly. But I'm not mad at that. And then the final shade is this black shade, and if you remember, I said that I had given myself permission to roll out black shades after 10 uses. And that shade is the shade Muichiro from my Slay palette. This is from Otaku Baby. And it's inspired by Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is a spectacular TV show, anime show. And yeah, out of all of the shades in this one, I rolled in the black one, which was annoying. So I messed this palette up a bit. This is the black shade. Obviously I haven't hit pan. This one contained like a black pressed glitter, which feels so unnecessary, so I dug that out and replace it with like a yellow pressed pigment that I had kicking around, but it's not really working that well. I don't know if I did a mistake pressing it in, but now this palette looks kind of nasty. So that's my bad. But anyways, I used Muichiro 10 times, so I am pleased to say that I will be able to roll it out. It's okay, it's like, you know, to deepen up your looks and so on, it works just fine, but you know, it's not the most exciting to keep at it with a black shade. So, as I said, I'm really enjoying this project. I will be rolling out Petula, I will be rolling out Euphenia, and I will be rolling out Muichiro, which means that I have to randomize 3 new numbers. So let's do that. Alright, so I have currently 1956 eyeshadows in my collection. I have added even more. Just happened, I don't know. These are the shades staying in, and yeah, I also forgot to mention that I tend to look at this product, I'm not only digging into one shade, I have been using actually all of the shades in my Slay palette, and I want to have it like a no pan left behind situation, where I not only reach for the chosen shades but also the rest of the shades in the palette. So even the pressed glitters in this one I have reached for, so that is something good. But let's randomize the shades, shall we? So first off, we are gonna ignore this number, 1710. Then we will get 268, and then 1346. So let me look up those numbers and I will be right back. Okay, I might have done a mistake because I had to flip and then I couldn't read the browser history. So I think it was 238 that I enrolled. I think it was. It will be now anyways. Okay, so first shade 1710 comes from my Freyara dark nude palette, and I rolled in the shade Passion. So I have no idea what that one looks like. I have a video testing these palettes out if you're interested, so let's look at the shade Passion. It's of course this red one, because I swatched the wrong hand. So that is what Passion looks like. I can't seem to escape these reds, can I? That is it next to the other ones. Okay. Then I think we had 238, and that one comes from this mini palette from Docolor. This is their leopard eyeshadow palette, and I rolled in the shade Striped, and I think that's a cool tone. Did I not enroll this one? Oh, I'm stupid. I can't read. So yeah, I rolled this shade Striped. So I thought it was going to be this one, but no, it's just this like reddish brown, brownish red. That will be quite easy to work with. And that is it, swatched out. And final shade comes from my Oden's Eye Giant Wolves palette. This is the collaboration with Annette's Makeup Corner. Love this palette, have not been able to use it as much as I want, and I rolled in the shade Ablaze, so let's see what that one looks like. Oh, interesting. So Ablaze is this purple one right here. So let's swatch that one out. I'm not getting many shimmers, do I? So that's what Ablaze looks like, and that's a nice purple shade. Okay, so this is the color story that we're going for this update. I will really try to get out the grey one and see what I can do with the green one, but I mean it's an okay color story. Every shade is kind of toned the same though, so I don't have any brightening colors or anything. But yeah, that is it for this update. I hope you enjoyed watching, and yeah, let me know, are you doing THOSE eyeshadows this year? How do you like the product? And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!